Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning about everyone's favorite color-changing lizards, chameleons. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. We've all seen cartoons where a chameleon steps onto a plaid shirt and turns plaid, or stands against a polka dot wall and instantly grows spots to vanish from sight. The common belief is that chameleons change their color to perfectly camouflage themselves, matching their background to hide from predators. But is that actually how it works? What do you think? Are chameleons the ultimate masters of disguise like in cartoons? Or is that just a fantasy? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is zygodactyl. That's Zygodactyl. To be zygodactyl means to have toes arranged in pairs with two facing forward and two facing backward. While this term is most often used to describe birds like parrots or woodpeckers, chameleons possess a highly specialized version of this trait where their toes are actually bundled together onto opposing groups. This creates a foot structure that looks and functions very much like a pair of gripping tongs or a pincer specifically designed for grasping rather than walking flat. The word comes from combining two ancient Greek roots. The first part comes from the word zygon, which translates to yoke or a pair joined together, and the second part comes from dactylos, meaning finger or toe. This adaptation is absolutely essential for the chameleon's arboreal lifestyle, allowing them to clamp down tightly on narrow branches and twigs as they navigate high up in the tree canopy without falling. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about chameleons. Number 1. Chameleons' eyes are capable of moving completely independently of one another. Chameleons can rotate each eye 180 degrees horizontally and 90 degrees vertically, giving them a full 360-degree arc of vision around their bodies. This means they can look at a predator behind them with one eye while simultaneously tracking a delicious fly in front of them with the other eye. Their brain is capable of processing these two distinct images separately to help them take in a broader view of their surroundings. When a chameleon does spot its prey and it's ready to strike, it snaps both eyes forward to focus on the same point. This switch provides them with stereoscopic vision, which gives them incredible depth perception needed to judge the distance of the target. This transition from monocular surveillance to binocular targeting happens in a split second, turning them into one of nature's most precise sharpshooters. Number 2. A chameleon's tongue can extend twice the length of its body and with jaw-dropping speed. A chameleon launches its tongue using a ballistic projection mechanism, meaning it works less like a normal muscle and more like a loaded spring being released. Inside their mouth, elastic collagen tissues store up immense potential energy. When triggered, this energy is instantly converted into kinetic energy, allowing the tongue to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1/100th of a second. This acceleration provides g-forces that are actually hundreds of times stronger than what an astronaut experiences during a rocket launch. But this incredible speed is not the only unique adaptation of a chameleon's tongue. The tip of the tongue is a wet, suction cup-like pad coated in incredibly viscous saliva. This saliva is roughly 400 times thicker than that of a human, creating an adhesive bond strong enough to lift prey that weighs up to 30% of a chameleon's own body weight. Once the prey is stuck, the tongue muscles contract immediately, reeling the meal back into the mouth. Number 3. Chameleon species range from the size of a seed to the size of a cat. On the island of Madagascar, scientists discovered the Brachysia micra, a leaf chameleon so tiny that a juvenile can balance comfortably on the head of a matchstick. These nano-chameleons spend their days in the leaf litter on the forest floor, hunting insects that are barely visible to the human eye. A fully grown Brachysia micra is about 1.2 inches or 30 millimeters long and weighs in at just 7/1000ths of an ounce or 0.2 grams. On the other end of the spectrum, you have giants like the Parsons chameleon and the Austerlitz chameleon, which can grow to be nearly 2.5 feet long. These larger species can snatch small birds and other lizards out of the air. This incredible diversity just shows how adaptable the chameleon family is, evolving to fill almost every ecological niche available in their habitats. Number 4. Chameleons basically have a fifth limb because their tails are prehensile, meaning they can grasp and hold objects. Unlike many other lizards that drag their tails or use them as a simple counterbalance, a chameleon uses its tail as an active safety harness while climbing. When they're navigating precarious branches, they can curl their tail tightly around a stem to anchor themselves before moving to their feet for the next hold. This allows them to extend their bodies horizontally across gaps in the trees that other animals wouldn't dare attempt to cross. While a prehensile tail can have its advantages, it does come with some hazards as well. Unlike geckos and skinks, chameleons can't drop their tails if a predator grabs them and then regrow them later. Their tail is structurally part of their spine, and it's vital for their survival and daily movement in the canopy. When the chameleon is resting or sleeping, you'll often see the tail coiled up in a perfect spiral, keeping it compact and safe until the next climb. And our fifth and final fun fact for today, many chameleons are biofluorescent, meaning their bones actually glow in the dark under ultraviolet light. Recent research revealed that several species of chameleons have bony tubercles or bumps on their skulls that are visible through their scales. When UV light hits these bony protrusions, they glow a vibrant blue color that stands out against the dark forest. This was a massive discovery because it suggests that chameleons have almost like a secret visual language that humans have been missing for centuries. Scientists believe this glowing skeleton acts as a signaling system to other chameleons in the dense, dark forests. Since chameleons can see parts of the UV spectrum that humans just can't, these glowing patterns likely help them identify potential mates or rivals without alerting predators. Now for some news you can use. If you ever find yourself caring for a chameleon, it's important to know about their peculiar drinking habits and never rely on a water bowl for their hydration. Chameleons generally do not recognize standing water in a dish as a drinkable source because in the wild, they only drink water droplets that glisten on leaves after rainfall or morning dew. If you only provide a bowl, a chameleon can actually become dehydrated even with water sitting right in front of them. To keep a chameleon happy and healthy, you should use a drip system or spray bottle to mist the enclosure. The water needs to be moving or dripping off foliage to trigger the lizard's drinking instinct. By stimulating a gentle rain shower, you encourage the chameleon to lap up the droplets from the leaves, mirroring their natural behavior in the wild and ensuring they get the hydration they need. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked if chameleons really change color to match their background for camouflage. Well, this one's a fallacy. While chameleons can blend in, they actually change color primarily to regulate their body temperature and to communicate their mood to other chameleons. Since they're cold-blooded, they'll turn dark colors to absorb heat from the sun or light colors to reflect it and cool down. Furthermore, vivid colors are used socially. A bright, colorful male is likely showing dominance or trying to attract a mate, while a darker, muted color might indicate submission or stress. So, chameleons aren't wallflowers disappearing into the background. They're wearing their emotions on their skin for all to see. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about chameleons with me today, and be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.